If you have ever heard someone say, just buy a rental, they skipped an entire conversation. Because there is not one ownership path in real estate, there are 7. And they ask for wildly different money, wildly different time, and wildly different stomach. A quiet rental and a full gut renovation are not the same sport. So today, before you pick one, we are putting all 7 ownership plays on the table, side by side. And by the end, you will know exactly which 2 are even worth your attention. So let us slow down and actually look at them one at a time. I am Ayo, and this is the TaxLienSimple Academy. This is the active side of the map, the half where you own the asset and you do the work yourself. Let us start with the 4 most common plays. First, long-term rentals. You buy, you rent, you hold. Slow, steady, and real work. Second, short and mid-term. Think a vacation rental or a place for a traveling nurse. More income, but a whole lot more management. Third, house hacking. You live in one unit and rent out the others. Honestly, the single best beginner move there is if you can stomach having neighbors who pay you. And fourth, the BRRRR method. Buy, rehab, rent, refinance, repeat. You recycle the same down payment over and over. Powerful, and very easy to blow up if your numbers are wrong. Together, those 4 are the classic on-ramp into owning property. Now the last 3, and these are different animals, flips. You buy something ugly, you fix it, you sell it. Let us be honest, that is a job, not passive income. Then wholesaling. Here, you never actually buy the property at all. You lock up a contract, and you sell that contract to somebody else. Cheap to start, but brutal to do well. And finally, commercial and land. Office buildings, strip malls, bare lots, bigger and later. For a beginner, just park those 2 for now. So there they are, all 7 ownership plays, side by side. Here is a frame that cuts straight through all 7. Some of these plays pay you income now. Others build wealth later. A flip or a wholesale deal is income now. You do the work, you collect a check, and then it is gone until the next one. It behaves like a job you own. A rental, or the BRRRR method, is wealth later. The money is slow, sometimes almost nothing in year 1, but the asset quietly compounds in the background for years. Neither one is better than the other. But you have to be honest about which one you actually need right now. A paycheck or a nest egg. And here is the catch that ties the whole active side together. Every single one of these plays demands 2 things: capital and sweat. Capital is the money you put in. The down payment, the rehab, the reserves you keep for when the roof leaks. Sweat is the work. Finding the deal, managing the crew, and handling the tenant who calls at 11 at night. You will pay in one or the other, and usually in both. That is simply the price of the ownership side of the map. Hold on to that, because next lesson, we look at the plays that ask for almost none of the sweat at all. So here is your one action for today. Do not buy anything. Do not call a single agent. Just circle the 2 plays that made you lean in. The 2 that felt like, yeah, I could actually see myself doing that. Hold on to those 2. Because in Lesson 5, we are going to test them against your actual life. Your real money, your real time, and your real appetite for risk. Not the fantasy version, the real one. And trust that gut reaction, by the way. It is usually a lot smarter than the spreadsheet gives it credit for. So, that is the active side. 7 ownership plays, from a simple rental all the way to a full flip. And every single one of them asks for capital and sweat. Next, in Lesson 4, I flip to the other half of the map, the passive and paper plays, the ones where your money does the work, without you ever swinging a hammer, meeting a tenant, or fixing a toilet. And that is exactly where tax liens make their very first appearance. That is Lesson 4, Passive and Paper Paths. This has been the TaxLienSimple Academy. My name is Ayor. No hype, just the receipts. Educational content only. Not financial, investment, tax,